Hello, it's Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. I'm going to show you 20 wonderful plants for bringing fragrance to your yard. Maybe a butterfly and hummingbird or two. These are really wonderful, wonderful plants that offer fragrance from either the flowers or the foliage. So there's a list in the video description of all these plants. Let's get started. First up, sweet peas, a wonderful annual, easy to grow. Not only from seed, but if you save those pea pods, they will come back next year. And so I actually have this one plant that I grew in my garden, and every year I harvest the seed pods, plant them again, and every spring they come back, and they're wonderfully fragrant, and they're great cut flowers. Speaking of great cut flowers, here's the stargazer lily, grows from a bulb. And wow, these are big, really powerfully fragrant flowers. They're just great. They come back year after year, come in a couple different colors. Just a fabulous, fabulous plant for bringing fragrance. And these are big blooms. These pink ones get as big as 8 inches in diameter. They're really incredible plants. I always recommend stargazer lilies. It's probably one of my top 5 fragrant plants and great for cut flowers. Speaking of cut flowers, you can't have a description about fragrant plants without having a few roses. Now, in general, the fragrant roses are going to be your reds and purples with a few exceptions. So I'm going to show you 4 specific varieties that I really love for their fragrance. Mr. Lincoln is your classic big red fragrant rose. Really, really just a gorgeous big red rose. It just is so wonderful. This is white licorice. Now, white licorice is a floribunda, so you get all these wonderful sprays, and they smell like white licorice. It is very appropriately named. And again, I love floribundas because they give you a bunch of blooms, not giant blooms, but a bunch of blooms on a stem. Neptune is probably the biggest of all the purple roses. Just this beautiful color, beautiful fragrance. Barbara Streisand is another one, very similar, looks very similar, really wonderful. Purple roses are going to give you a lot of wonderful fragrance. And then of all the other ones, Double Delight's probably the most wonderful because it's easy to grow, has this beautiful bicolor, wonderful fragrance. All right, moving on to probably the most controversial plant on this list, privet. You either love it or you hate it. It's a great screening plant. It blooms for only about 2 months, but when it blooms, it is beautifully fragrant. Can be invasive in the wetter parts of the country, so use with caution, but it is a great privacy hedge. Now back to a simpler, kinder plant, rose-scented geranium. Geraniums are really fun, but this is my favorite geranium because the fragrance comes from the foliage. It's just so wonderful. Great for filling out those cut flower arrangements because you smell the flower and you go, oh, okay, but then you smell the foliage and go, wow, that's really cool how the foliage gives you a nice scent. And in the garden, if you get a little rain, that foliage smell just kind of pops up. Speaking of foliage smell, one of the more curious ones on the list is pineapple sage. So the foliage is what gives off the scent. It actually smells like pineapple. So if you rub the leaves and smell it, your hands smell like pineapple. It's the coolest thing how a plant can smell like a pineapple without being a pineapple. And it's also a great hummingbird plant. I mean, look at these red tubular flowers. The hummingbirds just love it. All right, moving to a more classic shrub, especially for those back east, gardenias. Everybody loves gardenias. Wonderful flower for springtime blooms. It's important that you make sure if you want these blooms, you got to make sure to feed your plants on a pretty regular basis. And I'm going to talk about feeding these plants in just a minute. All right, let's look at a couple of trees. Now, this is the trumpet tree, a small tree, probably tops out at about 15 feet. Wonderful fragrance. The foliage really gives off, the flowers give off that fragrance in the evening. And of course, plumerias, that great tropical native, great for making those leis. It's just, again, beautiful, but you have to feed them to get those flowers. They're really kind of neat. They do go completely bare in the wintertime. and they're not great in frosty areas, but it's a beautiful plant. My other tree on this list is the chase tree, also known as the Vitex agnus tree. And this guy will get about 15, almost 20 feet tall in really good conditions. It kind of looks like a mountain lilac. Or the lilac plant that folks have back east. We're from here in Southern California. But this is a chase tree. And notice the foliage kind of looks like marijuana because it was used for medicinal purposes, kind of like marijuana. Butterflies love this summer flowering tree. And by the way, there is a list of all these plants in the comment section as well as the video description and links on where you can buy some of these plants and have them shipped directly to your house. So again, chase tree, really fun tree. Speaking of tough plants, here is one of my favorites. This is rosemary. Really tough plant, great for cooking. Also rabbit resistant. Rabbits don't like it. Rattlesnakes don't like it. It has a million uses, but it's really great for cooking. That's its number one use. Everyone loves cooking with rosemary. It's just a fabulous plant. Blooms in the winter and early spring. Speaking of early spring bloomers, depending on where you live, of course, star jasmine. This is a really fragrant, because, it has the word jasmine in it. It has to be fragrant. Very fragrant vine. This is considered an evergreen vine. It is a great plant for fences. This is my favorite plant to cover a chain link fence with because it is so just really wonderfully fragrant. Speaking of fragrance, Cleveland sage. Now, this is probably the best California native for fragrance because the foliage is so fragrant. If you live somewhere and the water gets on this, it gives off this heavenly sage scent. Really great plant. Also drought tolerant. So let's talk about planting these plants. You want to make sure to get some good loose planting mix. You mix in when you plant these plants. Grow mulch is nice, but most importantly, to get that fragrant foliage and flowers, you got to make sure you feed them on a regular basis. And, I always love using Epsom salts because it puts some good magnesium in the soil, really makes the soil and plants happy. Speaking of a plant that needs a happy soil is lavender. Lots of different kinds of lavender, great for potpourri, good cut flowers, French lavender, English lavender, Spanish lavender, kind of a neat plant for that. Myrtia poppy, the other California native on this list, big fried egg size flowers, butterflies love it, bees love it, and it is a wonderful fragrant cut flower as well. Speaking of butterflies, the butterfly bush. Boy, if it's called a butterfly bush, it better deliver on that name. And butterflies do love it. And it is a fragrant one too. Comes in several different colors, reds, pinks, purples, whites. The white one's the really fragrant one, by the way. Great plant. And you've seen in my other videos, you want to whack that baby down to get it nice and compact and bloom again. And then, of course, there's pink jasmine, the other jasmine, a great vine. A really fragrant, tough plant, really great for lattices and fences and things like that. Well, there you have it. Those are my 20 recommendations for fragrant plants for your garden. That's all for now. Make sure to hit that like, hype, and subscribe button and leave a comment if you have a favorite fragrant plant that you like to use in your garden. And let me know what zone you're in. We're always happy to get feedback from what other people grow in different parts of the county. I live here in San Diego, so this tends to be a little skewed towards what does well here in San Diego. Well, that's all the time we have now. Good luck with your planting project. This is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.